says, Sefer Shoftim, we're up to chapter 8. So we're talking about Gidon. Gidon ben Yoash, he was conquering the Midyanim, middle of the war. He did the test with who bends over to drink the water, or who brought his mouth to the water, who scooped it up, and who went down. And then he selected a lot of people out of the army. And then he started the war. And he heard the soldiers' dream, how they were going to win, and therefore he got confidence. And he starts the war, he starts winning the war. Eventually he asks for the tribe of Menashe, Asher, Zevulun, Naphtali to help him. And eventually he asks Ephraim, the tribe of Ephraim, to join him in the war. And Ephraim got upset. The tribe of Ephraim got upset. Why are you calling us now? Why are you calling us in the end? And he said, no, you don't understand. The mitzvah goes according to who finishes it. So therefore you guys come and finish it, it'll be your zechut. So he tried to convince them. Anyways, he ends up going and chasing all these leaders of the Midyanim, and he's about to beat them. He just needs some moral support from the people around. He needed some food, he needed some place to rest, and he stopped by the city of Sukkot in Israel. And he asked for supplies and for food, and they told him no. The question is, why did they tell him no? They were scared. The leaders there said, if you lose the war, the Midyanim will see that we were collaborating with you, and we will also get punished. They will also hurt us. So we don't want you win the war, then we'll help you. And he did the same thing. He went to the city of Talmunah, and what's called? And they also didn't want to help them. Sorry, Penuel. They went to the city Penuel. They didn't help them. Their big pride was they had a big tower. They had a very good defense system. And he told Sukkot and he told Penuel, who didn't help him, he said, I'm going to come back after I win this war, and I'm going to punish you guys. I'm going to take your leaders, throw them in the thorns, and step on them. I'm going to take your tower and destroy your tower. All your gava, I'm going to bring it down, because you guys didn't want to help me when I was doing the right thing. Only when it's shogatov, when it's ready, when you win the war, then we'll help you. When it's wishy-washy, 50-50, we don't want to jump in. We don't want to have emunah and help you. We want to see everything ready already. So that was their problem. And Gidon kept his word. We're going to see he won the war. He came back and he punished them. He destroyed Penuel's tower, and he threw the leaders of Sukkot into the thorns. And the thorns really, because the Chazal always tell us the Goyim in exile are like thorns in our side. They're always it hurts you and you have to bend. So the Goyim in exile always make us bend and make us return to Hashem and make us realize that we need Hashem in our life. So that's why he threw them. They were scared of the Goyim, so he threw them onto the thorns, because the thorns represent the Goyim. Then finally he captures Zevach and Salmunah, the leaders of Midyan, and he tells his son Yeter to go and kill them. And he didn't want to, because he was very scared. He was afraid to do so. But in the end, Gidon kills them himself, and Zevach Salmunah actually killed Gidon's brothers, thinking they were his sons. So he was upset at them. He drew their sword. He killed them. And then finally, Gidon made an ephod. Ephod is a golden garment that the Kohen Gadol used to wear. And they actually had the breastplate with the stones on it also. And he made it specifically from the nose rings, the gold nose rings from all the Midyanim. The Midyanim used to live with the Ishmaelim, and they got this custom of the men style, wearing nose rings, gold nose rings like a bull. And so when he conquered all of them, they used to collect these golden nose rings. He collected them from all the Jewish people, and he made an ephod out of that. And he went and he made it. We brought it to the Bnei Israel to wear it for the Kohen. And then after that, Gidon won the war. 40 years it was quiet, and Gidon passes away. But the parak ends classic Jewish style. After Gidon dies, they go back to serving Baal. The Jews go back to serving idols. They don't get their lesson. And then we're going to see the setup for the next Shofet. But the point is that look at Gidon. Gidon was amazing because he had such a humility. He told Bnei Ephraim, come help me fight the war. No, what is it? You call us last. Where's our kavod? Only when you are stuck, you call us. And if Gidon says, I'm the one fighting the war for you. I'm winning everything for you. What are you talking about? Without me, you have no Israel. He could have said that, but he didn't. He was humble. He started reasoning according to them. He said, listen, you guys are going to finish the job. The mitzvah goes according to the people who finish it. He was a very good peacemaker. He was humble, and he spoke to their heart. And therefore, a leader has to sometimes know how to do that. Sometimes there's time to put your foot down and to go and say, put them in their place. And sometimes you'll see it's not going to go like that. You have to be smart and say, you know what? The Gemara says, And according to you, meaning sometimes you have to go according to other person's reasoning in order to get your way. Meaning that in a way, it's being a politician, but it takes humility to be able to be that politician sometimes. So therefore, Gidon had that koach. But look, Gidon puts his foot down. Later, when Sukkot and Penuel didn't help him, he says, "Oh, he's not going to help me." It's a big yitzhahara a person has sometimes. Let's say an organization comes to ask you for help, right? And you're like, listen, I don't know, you guys, this is the first year you guys are starting, you guys are fresh, you guys, I don't know if you guys know what you're doing. If it's the right people, and they have the right message, the right goal, why not help them? A lot of people, they want to see, it has to be up and running, it's a classic catch-22, whenever you're trying to get a job. Oh, you're fresh out of college, you have good accolades, but you have no experience. So when you have experience, we'll hire you. I understand. How am I supposed to get experience if I never get hired to get the experience? So it's a catch-22. So that's the same thing. People say, listen, you have to have experience, then they'll help you, then of this, then of that. People want to come when it's already up and running, and that's a big yitzhara. You have to be willing to make that jump to help when it's just starting, because it's the right people, it's the right goal. You have to put jump in. Sukkot and Penuel were nervous. They said, listen, Midianim might come fight back and say we're bad guys because we helped you. So what? Gidon's fighting Hashem's war. Jump in for the mitzvah. Who cares? When it's 50-50, you have to make a judgment call. Do it. No, we want everything to be 100% sound. It's like, I only want to invest if it's 100% in return. What is that? You can't invest like that ever. There's no such deal. So therefore, the person has to overcome that kind of yitzhara. And finally, look what Gidon does. Gidon, he wins the war, but he makes a reminder that the Jewish people should never forget that they won the war. He takes the golden nose rings, the ga'ava of the Midianim. He takes it and uses it for a mitzvah to remind the Jewish people never forget how Hashem made miracles for them. And that's a lesson for us. Some people, they have a segula. They take the leftover matzah afikoman and they put it in their wallet, right? It's gola parnasa. Why? Because it's like a memento. It's supposed to remind us all our life that Yisir Mitzrayim, Hashem gave us Masa, Hashem gave us Man, and we're supposed to remind us to have Emunah. So the same thing, a person has to make for himself reminders. It's so easy. Look at the Jewish people again it's so easy to be inspired one day, and the next day be flat and forget and go back to doing shtuyot. Person has to constantly, every single day, rechurn the butter. He has to go and again. But it's like a when you play these games, you have to keep the bar up. Right, the bar has to stay up, and if you stop pressing the button, the bar starts going down. So you always have to keep it up, keep the bar up, keep it going up, because in Judaism, if you're not going up, you're going down. Baruch